Hi, this is Livy B, and I'm here at ACL Pro Sydney with Brisbane's Nv.MOOnGLaDe Panda. How are you finding the event, Andrew?
It's a very lovely event. It's a great venue and a great turnout.
And where have you been staying in Sydney?
I've been staying at my girlfriend's house and at the Oz Gaming House.
I've heard about the Oz Gaming House. They just announced that recently. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. It's a house. It got announced sort of like a week ago now, and I've been staying there pretty much 2 weeks. And it's a really great place to practice. It's got great internet, great facilities, and lots of cool people to hang out with, and it's a really good environment to practice in. So I recommend it to any player out there.
And how often have you been practicing? What's your daily regime?
Probably like 10 to 12 hours a day leading up to this. I really wanted to do well, and I just really wanted to grind it out and get on top of everything. So I came into this feeling pretty confident.
That sounds pretty good. And how's your matches been so far today?
Well, today, not so great. I lost my game today to Wesley, I believe it is. He's actually a pretty unknown Zerg player, but he's very good. And he has some pretty interesting styles. So, he managed to catch me, beat me 2-1. But besides that, last night I beat Light and Targa, both 2-0. So that's really good because they're the hardest in the group. So as long as I win all the rest of my games in the group stage, I should make it through easy peasy.
That sounds really good. And the top two then advance onto the brackets then, doesn't it?
That is correct.
How do you predict you're going to go in the brackets?
I think I'll do pretty well. Hopefully I don't run into Targa anytime soon in the brackets because he's got really good Zerg too. It's a lot of ZVZs. I think I'll do pretty well, so long as I get out of the groups and stay on top of everything, for sure.
That's awesome. And I've also heard recently you've joined a new team. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Team is called Nvidia. Doc's approached me about it a few months ago, and I ended up going with him. It's been really good so far. All the team members are really cool guys, and we melded really nicely, and it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And who are your teammates?
We got Yoon, Death, Pinder, and Rossi.
They're really good C players. I think your team's going to do really well. And I wish you all the best for this tournament, Andy. So do you have any extra shout-outs to anyone or to your team and your sponsors?
Shout out to my sponsors, GameCom, Electronics Capcom. Shout out to ACL for hosting such an amazing event. Shout out to my family for supporting me and my girlfriend for supporting me while I've been in Sydney. She's been amazing.
I wish you all the best, Andy. Thank you.
What's up, everyone? In Maniac here. We're coming at you from ACL Pro Sydney 2012. I am lucky enough to be joined by our StarCraft 2 champion, second time in a row, MOOnGLaDe. First of all, mate, I just want your feelings. How are you? You must be pretty pumped after finally winning the championship here at ACL Pro Sydney.
It was a very long journey, so I'm quite tired, but also very satisfied and happy that I won finally at almost 3 a.m. So yeah, it's a great feeling.
It must have been a very satisfying win over Targa, our second place finisher. We'll get onto that just a moment. I just want to briefly talk about your progression through the double elim bracket. Do you want to just touch on a couple of the games that led up to the final match?
Yeah, absolutely. My first game in the double elim bracket was Ninja, SQL Ninja, and he's kind of like an up-and-coming Zerg. He's pretty good, and I managed to take the games 2-1 off him. So and I progressed to play one of the favorites of the tournament, Mafia. He's a very good Zerg player from Sydney, and I managed to beat him 2-0, I believe. And then onwards to Pig in the winner bracket finals. I beat him 2-1. Some really close games. He was very tight also. And then I waited for Targa in the finals and managed to take him out.
Awesome stuff. Was there a standout match at all through any of those? Or is there any player that really may have surprised you with their performance?
I think the game 3 of me versus Ninja was really good because I should have lost it, but I made a miraculous comeback and beat him. That was probably the one to watch.
Nice work, and for everyone viewing this at home, you can check out that game and our rebroadcast at aclpro.com.au. Moving on though, the grand final match against Targa. Do you want to go through some detail on that and basically how you think the game's played out? Obviously well in your favour, but just touch on those a little bit.
Yeah, game one. It was... On Core Hole Compound, a two-player map, so it's a very short rush distance, and I figured he might be trying something sneaky, so he tried to cheese me out with a rush, but I defended it well, took no damage at all, and managed to come back with a roach push, which because I was ahead so far in economy, I managed to crush him pretty easily. But yeah, it was kind of like a build order win for me. And then the second game, it was on Shakur. No, it was on Daybreak. It's a very big map, and he tried his strategy that got me up in Brisbane for the regionals. It took me out up there, but I was ready for it this time, and I managed to defend it and kind of get a lead. And I managed to push him and do some damage, and then he pushed me, but I managed to deflect it and do a lot more damage to him and ended up winning it. So yeah, it was pretty convincing victories, and I'm very happy with how I played.
Great. And we were, as spectators, very happy to see you play, and it was a very great series indeed. We're glad to see you take the win. I do have one more thing to add. MOOnGLaDe, what would you say to StarCraft 2 players that haven't attended a LAN event, kind of on the fence about thinking attending? What would you say about an ACL Pro event?
It's an amazing event, and definitely everyone should give it a go and attend. It's a great atmosphere. It's great to see all the pro players play, and yeah, all sorts of games here. So it's a really good place to go and check things out and support the eSports scene of Australia, because we need to grow, and it's a great thing.
Awesome. Couldn't have said better myself. Now, those viewing at home are probably wondering what I'm doing holding onto this box here. That would be thanks to our newest partner, ASUS. We have a GTS 450 graphics card to hand over to our winner, which would be MOOnGLaDe. So there you are, sir. You have that graphics card thanks to ASUS. Now, we're going to be finishing things up here. But before we do, any shout-outs at all, MOOnGLaDe?
Shout out to my team, GAMECOM and Nvidia. Shout out to my family who supports me up in Brisbane. Shout out to my girlfriend who supports me down here and everywhere else. She's an angel. And shout out to all my fans who cheer for me. And to ACL.
Awesome.
They're awesome.
Thank you very much, MOOnGLaDe. Congratulations once again. I'll also take this opportunity to thank our partners on behalf of ACL. That would be our primary partner, GameCom Plantronics. Without you, this event couldn't take place. Also to Frag Labs Horizon, supplying us with their awesome gaming PCs to make the StarCraft 2 scene happen. Also, ASUS, Nvidia, and their partners, Cooler Master, Western Digital, and Kingston. Thermal Take, which is TT eSports, along with AV Media, supplying us with their Game Broadcaster HD capture cards to bring you our 2 streams. So, wrapping things up, congratulations once again, MOOnGLaDe. Thanks for joining me. Everyone at home, you can check out our VOD and details of our next event in Melbourne at aclpro.com.au. I'm Nv.MOOnGLaDe, and we'll catch you next time.